Hey guys, hope this message finds you well. I just wanted to jump on here really quick. I'm in LA. Today the power is shut down for the grid that I'm on because out of my bedroom window you can see that they are using a crane to put in a new electrical pole. I saw it driving by on the street this morning, this huge piece of wood that, whenever I see them I just think of the trees that they once used to be, but be that as it may, sending love to that whole thing. It is symbolic, like new power coming online. So I wanted to jump on here just to say hi to you. I'm hanging out back with Lily since the power's out. I did my work this morning and I'll do my work this evening after the power is back on. And now I'm just having a process day and a chill day. I'm sitting outside in the trees and just reading books and writing and doing my own inner process to make space for the new stuff that I bring to you guys. So, news. I'm shifting my road trip dates. I talked to my brother, which is the reason why I'm going cross country. I was planning on making September out of it, on doing the full trip in September, but due to various stuff that's happened, they're going to be adopting another dog, and the way his work goes, and the way that Rowan, the baby that I was here to watch, my sister's baby, because daycare was shut, her daycare's back open, so now I'm still watching her a little bit, but it's not like every single weekday for 4 hours a day, which I miss her, but, life. So I'm going to be going instead. I'm not exactly sure when I'll leave, but I'm going to be in Virginia, which is the other side of the nation, which is where I'm going for a week, the week that August and September merge. So that's when I'll be there. So I've got to go there, and then I've got to come back. So I'm going all the way around the U.S., and I will leave, I don't know, maybe next week. I have to back engineer and see. I plan on going through Utah, through Colorado, kind of taking a northerly route there and taking a southerly route back. So on the way back, I'll go through Florida. I'm really hoping to stop into New Orleans. And it's interesting because we're in the time of social distancing. So like the friends who I might see along the way, we're going to always be outside. We're going to always have picnic vibes because I've been pretty well quarantined out here, and I'm going to continue on the road. And it's really easy to quarantine on the road. I pretty much live a life like that all the time anyway, so it's not really that different for me. So yeah, I'll be traveling all through. Oh, thanks, Shiny Disco Ball. I appreciate that. It's still a little damp. I'm waiting for it to dry. I'm learning new hair techniques as my hair is kind of changing its personality as I'm growing it super long. So, yeah. I've been thinking a lot about what the point is. I mean, okay, so I'm going to visit my brother. He just got a new puppy, a Cane Corso named Nico. So cute. And he's in the impression time now. So the impression window is when the puppies can meet people and they'll kind of always be part of the pack, always be the family. So my brother just got this dog about a month and a half ago. His old dog, Franklin, an angel dog, if ever have I met one, died last November. And it was the only time I've ever accessed an animal's Akashic record, but when he died, because I was holding space for him when he did, when they had the final time where he got put down because he was really sick and it wasn't going to get better and he was in a lot of pain. So they made the heartbreaking decision, to get him put down, and they did it at home, and a lady came to do it, and it was very peaceful but weird, Anyway, I was holding energetic space for it here on the other side of the country, and I saw his Akashic record. I saw the book of this life get closed and put on the shelf, and it was really powerful and strange and beautiful, Definitely a soldier dog, loved him. He was this huge, epic pit bull who, the day I met him, within hours of meeting him, he could have bitten my face off, Within hours of meeting him, we were laying on the floor and I was using him as a pillow. And I was afraid of dogs growing up because in the southern town that I lived in, it was pretty common knowledge for people to chain the dogs to the tree. So you're just minding your own beeswax walking down the street and you hear a chain rattle and something's going to come try to kill you. I mean, anybody would go crazy if they got chained to a tree, right? So anyways, I had some traumas around being bitten by dogs and that kind of thing. So as an adult, this is still several years back, as an adult, I was a little shy around dogs at that point. And He just absolutely won my heart right away. Intelligent, beautiful. And yeah, my brother had him for many years, and then he just died last fall. So my brother knew he was going to get another dog, and they looked at the breeds and they said, what do we want? What are the qualities that we want? And he made some different decisions than I would, but he's a different human than me. We have kind of different ideologies. Anyway, he ended up getting this really cute Cane Corso named Nico. And my brother's birthday was this past March. And when I asked him what he wanted for his birthday, it was before the COVID stuff hit where we are. When I asked him what he wanted for his birthday, he said, I want you to promise me that when we get the puppy here, you will make a trip to meet him, you and Lily, during his impression window. And we thought that would just be hopping on a plane or that I would just go and Lily wouldn't go or something, because I don't fly with her. She's too huge. And I said yes. And so here we are in the impression window. So I'm driving to go meet Nico. Y'all will see him. He's great. I haven't met him, but my brother's told me all the stories, all the crazy puppy stories. And yeah, I'm really excited. I love dogs. I love big, smart dogs. So I'm really hoping this time I want to plot out the trip really nice. I'm going to do a combo of van life and I have a little SUV, which is perfectly big enough for me to sleep in. And I do always notice that I have too much stuff. So I'm going to try this time to minimize it. I hope that I can, to have actually a lot of space in the car. And I'm taking Lily, and we're going to go, some of it, we're going to staying in national parks. I have to do the research and see what's even open, that kind of thing. But dispersed camping, if you guys didn't know, dispersed camping is a thing that you can do in many of the national parks and forests for free for up to 14 days. You can camp. Look it up, dispersed camping. And here's the part that I love. I only learned about this last year, by the way. The land that you do dispersed camping in is government owned, like for the people land. And it's under the Bureau of Land Management. So it's BLM land. It's called BLM land. And that was before BLM stood for Black Lives Matter. But now that it does, I just really love that it's called BLM land. Makes me happy. So I'm going to be doing that a lot. And also I'm going to be like popping off and visiting some friends. And I'll every now and then just like rent a hotel or Airbnb when I want to like chill out and kind of unplug for a couple days. And since it's going to be a super long trip, when I used to drive around all the time more, I would just zip all over the nation. And it was fun. But now I don't have to anymore. And I would rather kind of float and, you know, slowly be able to really commune with the land, driving on the highway when no one else is around. And you have your music going and you have your chi popping and you have these explosions of just good energy that go out, that just plug into the land and bring light to it. Those are some of my favorite moments in the world. That's one of the reasons I travel so much, is for that. And it's energy work that I do on the nation, on my country, because the US, man, you know, we need it. And there are many of us doing it. I just had the thought today, I was like, you know, do people even know how many energy workers are holding it down? Like, holding it down? If we all tried to break it, which I do not commend. I mean, I do, as a result of that, I have today been thinking about using holy fire Reiki a lot more and burning down what needs to get burned down while nourishing and building what needs to be built and held in place. You know, things to burn down. Abuse and any believing that anyone or anything else's life belongs to you. It's something that I was just thinking about this weekend. People who hunt, people who go out on land, people who hunt on land they own, but the fact that you've paid another human money to have your name in a paper that says that you're the only human can be on this land does not entitle you to the lives of all the creatures on that land. That makes absolutely no sense. It's ridiculous. Like, that's some crazy Stone Age shit, you know? And it's just totally normal that we still think this is the work. This is the work, is combing out this kind of stuff. And even for meat eaters, when you look at your plate, do you scan yourself to see if you are worthy to have taken that life? Do you act and real quick inside straighten your dignity and your integrity so that you can feel whatever that feeling is worthy to have ended another being's life? Just things to think about. Yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Just a lot of waves and love. Thanks, guys. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to be more in touch this time. I'm ending a cycle and about to step into a new one. And my entire life has been filled with the experience over and over and over of, do not think that if you follow what everyone else is doing that it will work for you. You represent a different thing. So you can't use the criteria that other people use to make your life one that you will enjoy and feel is correct. And we're at another layer of that. So y'all know what I ultimately want to do, which is I'm constantly on this land hunt for the right land to build eco community on. That's what my long term is. But until that shows up, until it is right, it's all about blooming where you're planted, taking responsibility for your area. That's something that as a nomad, I think, as a nomadic energy worker and healer and guide, I'm realizing more as I settle down. There was this bit of being a little too airy that was, well, I'll just come visit this grid, but I'll come do like epic healings while I'm here, but I don't consider myself like linked into this grid because I don't live here officially. Whereas during the quarantine in LA, because LA got to show its colors without the smog covering it, I really fell in love with LA in a whole new way. And I was like, oh, well, I wouldn't mind taking some territory here. Like, I'm down for that. I'm here for that. And I did, and it's been really nice. So that's new. But then also just the whole nation. I've heard in my head so many times driving across, like, this is your kingdom. You, like, own it. Own it. And that's true for all of us. We are meant to be on this planet. We're born here. We have, most of us, I'm assuming, we have the right to take up space. That's the point. The whole idea of the power not being in our hands because of something someone else said or did once upon a time that made rules that you now feel totally disempowered to change is one of the mental shackles that we got to get the hell off of us, you know? So, toward that end, I'm going to go continue my off day. See, a little bit of workaholic coming through. I'm off. I'm out here chilling. Let's go on live and talk to people. But I did want to let you guys know about the travel shift. So, get ready to see on the road Karis again. I'm excited. I miss road life sometimes. And this time, every single time I ground down for a while and then fly off, I upgrade the way that I travel. And so I'm right now collecting some audiobooks, thinking about what I want to eat. Oh, okay. Here's a question for you guys. Let me know. I'm going to put this up after this is done. I'm going to take the northern route, like I think on the 70-ish through, what is it, Utah, Colorado, that whole spot. I'm going to go up through some of the central states and visit Solstice Strip there. And then I'm going to end up in Virginia. I'm going to stop and teach somebody Reiki along the way. I'm going to end up in Virginia. Then I'm going to come down through the Carolinas, tap into Florida, jump across, and then go through like the lower states, Louisiana, Texas, Arizona. So this is what I want to know. What's in season? I want to stop and get food that is in season. I've really enjoyed eating a high concentration of raw foods lately. And I find that when I travel a lot, it's nice to eat chi-rich foods and then just snacks. I don't like to have my tummy ever really like after dinner full when I'm on the road, just because life is different and it's more sedentary in a way. Even though you're constantly moving, you're sitting there for many hours of the day. So although I still do my fitness practices when I'm on the road, I also like to never really load my body down, which makes it perfect for produce, for seasonal produce. So those of y'all who live in different parts of the nation, let me know what's in season. Let me know what I can look forward to. I know peaches in Colorado. I just talked to my friend Zoe, who I'm going to visit on the way, I think. And she was saying that peaches were in season. I'm like, yes, let's have a peach feast. Let's do it. All right, Jordan, very exciting. When I was first introduced to you, you were on the road, and I can't wait to see you on the road again. Thank you. I love being on the road, and I love being in a place. And my correct balance that I'm always dancing with is how much to ground into a space and how much to love the travel. I'm a Taurus in so many ways. I will not leave the house for weeks on end if I can help it. And there's a part of me that's straight up alien and used to sailing the skies forever. I mean, just endless. Whenever I'm driving through mist or through certain highways, like with an open night, I think of those other dimensions and other lifetimes where I'm just staring at the starry sky endlessly, and where I'm moving through the astral realm. Fog, driving through fog, walking through fog feels a lot like the astral realm to me when we're going and doing stuff. All right, Jordan. In North Carolina, we've got peaches, nectarines, cherries, so much fresh produce, lots of farmers markets thriving here. Good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. I will do some research when I'm in that part of the country. That will be early September. So yeah, I'll look and see what's around where I'm at. So thanks, guys. And feel free to comment. If you're watching this later, feel free to comment and let me know what's around. I would love to know. I would love to connect with the earth more and more and more, especially since traveling so much, you are connected and you're not connected in a certain kind of way. And I love the hermit life, so I don't need to necessarily get connected with more people, but I would like to get more connected with the land. So sending you guys so much love. I will post this. Let's give you a nice little Reiki pop. From upgrades happening here in LA, may your life be carrying you in such a way that even if things are strange, even if things are painful, that you can still feel the sacredness inside. You can still feel your connection with the greater knowledge and love of the universe, and you can still feel that even though we're still in the process, we are moving through it, and there is a healed reality on the other side of it that we're earning right now. Okay, love you guys.